Alright, today's video we are doing a modification to the Jeep by putting in a Poison Spyder louver hood from Sidewinder 4x4. I don't know if I get the whole thing in the picture. Anyways, this is going on my 2003 TJ. Like I said before in other videos on long trips, I have noticed that the cab gets uncomfortably hot from all the heat radiating from the engine and that, so I'm hoping that a louvered hood might help with that. So let's get started, shall we? Some of the first things we need to do to the hood first are remove the little rubber mounts and that windshield bracket on the hood. So we got to take care of those before we can mount that bad boy up. Now the proper way to do this is to remove the hood and put it on something, but unfortunately, as you see in previous videos, me and Torx screws, Torx bolts just don't get along. So we're not going to play that game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer a sheet of plastic underneath, and that's going to protect it from like the metal filings and shit. Use a block of wood to help keep the hood propped up a bit, so I'm not going to cut through something, because I'm going to try to use a jigsaw to cut it, and if jigsaw is not going to make a clean cut, I'm going to use a grinder. So let's see how this is going to play out. Right now, just tracing out the outline of where I gotta cut this out roughly. Now I'm just center punching the holes that we're gonna drill out with a 1-inch hole saw. Alright, I just finished center punching all the holes here that we gotta drill out to make cutting easier. I'm gonna remove the template now because I traced it out around, and we're gonna start cutting it. That drilling little pilot holes is gonna make the hole saw's job a lot easier. So let's get that bad boy out and drill some holes. Oh, this is a brand new hole saw bit, so let's see how well this cocksucker works. Well, I got most of the holes cut. I still got a few more over there. But never fails, my cordless drill, both batteries are fucking dead. So I'm hoping this one here will charge up enough while I start cutting that I can get the last 4 holes done. Alright, let's start cutting. I just kind of did a quick mock-up here. I put some bolts where my hood rubbers would go, and just make sure my washer, nozzle, and everything was going to line up, and see how everything was going to end up fitting. So now I can do some primer on there to prevent it from rust, and then hopefully by then, tomorrow, we could fit this bad boy up. This part's all cut out. I got some self-etching primer on there. Just going to put like a thin layer of black coat over top of that, and then tomorrow we're going to fit the hood louvers on. Alright, now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set the hood into place. And to line it up properly, I got these big bolts that actually fit perfectly in the holes for your rubber window stops. Now the thing you want to look for before you start drilling your holes is your wiper nozzle, your spurriers right there. You want to make sure that's lined up perfectly. Your holes for your windshield little hold down bracket are lined perfectly, and then we're going to be ready to drill a couple holes and punch this thing together. Alright, let's punch a couple holes in. I just got the louver all bolted back up. I'm going to take the plastic off, which was help protecting the engine from metal filings and shit as best as I possibly can. Still going to have to blow it out. One of the things too, when you do it, when it's bolted on the Jeep, it's hard to get these back bolts in. So what I had to do was improvise and then mount her up. Here it is here, but I'll get it outside so we can get a better look at it. Can't really see too well in the garage. Now that we got the louvered hood put on, this is how it looks, the end product. Alright, I'm going to end my video on that, on installing the louvered hood from Poison Spyder, which I purchased from Sidewinder 4x4. There's some custom work you have to do, like cutting your hood. And it would be a lot easier to have the hood off the vehicle. I did it with the hood on because I didn't want to fuck around with the Torx bolts. So it is possible to do it with leaving the hood on. It's a little bit more work, but it can be done. Sorry, no beers today. I got to work in a couple hours. But anyways, I'm going to leave the video with this. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. Otherwise, thanks for watching.